Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the best real estate podcast online. It is time for Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live with Mike and Dave Elkins, presented by Elite Realty Group.
So let's talk a little bit of real estate so we can again give you guys some hot off the press information. We get asked the question all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Probably the most asked question we get. People want to get our opinion on a lot of things, and we're good at giving them. Again, but this question is a little bit tricky because it's unique to each and every circumstance, and every situation is different. So we're going to tell you how you can look at this for your own situation. And here's the question that we get asked. Well, they always ask, we go out and show properties, we show houses, we show these condos, different things. And the question is asked to us, in your opinion, is this home a good deal? Right? We get asked that a lot, more than anything. So we're going to tell you today some things that you can look at yourself and know the answer to this question, because the answer to that question from us is always, we can't answer that question for them. Right. We can't tell you whether it's a good deal. Because it's going to be different for each circumstance and situation that's in. So the first thing you want to look at when you're asking yourself, is this home a good deal?
And a lot of people base it on this one thing.
They base it on this one thing, and there's so much more to deal with it. Now, this is important, but this isn't the ruler of the roost, okay? We're going to tell you why that this is important here in just a minute. But the first thing that you've got to look at, and of course it's the obvious, that is this home a good deal? You need to look at the price. Now, when we say that and tell a lot of people, well, you got to look at the price. A lot of people base, is it a good deal, whether, again, they can get pre-approved for that amount. Whether, again, that it seems right to them, they can afford the payment. It fits in. But when we say the price, there's so many more things that can go into why we tell you, you got to look at the price of that home. Sometimes the appraisal will tell you, is the price right on it, right? The CMA will tell you, is this price right on this? But there are some people that come by and they got cash money and price means nothing to them.
Exactly.
You got to look at that for yourself and say, is this price good for me?
For me, yeah.
Because a price may be good for you, but it's not good for me. It may fit into your budget and not fit into my budget. So the first thing you need to look at in asking yourself, is this home a good deal, is the price. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Anything else?
I mean, in everything you do, a lot of times it always comes back to the money. But I'm not saying that's the most important thing on this one.
I don't think it is either. That's just the obvious. We're going to state the obvious first. These are in no particular order. But again, you got to look at price. If it doesn't fit in your payment, it's not a good deal.
It's not a good deal.
It could be a good deal on the price. The price could be a good deal. But if it don't fit in your budget and your monthly payment, it's not a good deal for you. So that's what you've got to ask. Is it a good deal for you?
For you.
That's the question you have to ask as talking about the price. So the first thing I'll throw out there is you got to look at the price. What do you got?
A big one for me is features. I think that should be a major indicator if it's a good deal. We get this a lot of times to where we hear that people need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Got to have it. You know, we got to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We're a growing family. We've got to have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And then a 2-bedroom, 1-bath with an in-ground pool pops up.
A little side feature.
We're getting the in-ground pool. Instantly think we're getting a good deal.
The price may be good.
The price is a little bit better because it's got a 3.2.
That's right.
And then so we get something that necessarily don't fit our family.
What they need.
What you need. Yes. What that person needs. And then they maybe settle for something else because it had an extra feature or a little toy that took away from what they really needed. So for them, it was not a good deal.
That's exactly right. The price may have been
Price may have been better.
Everything may have been there.
Else, but
the features, you got to go back to that. We had talked about this a couple of weeks ago on the show. Why are you doing this?
Exactly.
You're moving for some reason. And so the features of the home that you're moving to need to match. But sometimes people just get so excited. You know, they get so excited and the excitement takes over. And at the end of the day, the price may be good, all that. But it still wasn't a good deal for your particular family because the features didn't match.
Everybody who knows me knows that I am an impulsive person.
Very impulsive.
I'm very impulsive.
Very impulsive.
So I'm that person.
Yes.
I'm that person to where, hey, man, that thing's got...
The price is great.
Yeah. And I can get a movie room downstairs or whatever.
I don't really need that.
Don't need, yeah.
Absolutely. So you got to look at that.
That person.
It's again, what we're trying to say to you is it's individualized for your needs.
Yes.
It's not a blanket that you can throw over and just us give you a generic answer and tell you whether this home is a good deal.
Hey.
Because there's so many things that are involved in that. So the third one, first is
let me go ahead. Let's see here. Charlie Brooks, he's watching. A buddy of our ball game buddy, Charlie. Yeah. Everybody knows the famous Charlie who was on there.
That's right. Dancing Charlie. Everybody knows Dancing
Charlie. For people who
don't know. Give him a shout out here. Yeah.
Charlie's he's down around Mount Juliet, down around Nashville. And they've got a podcast that they do every day.
On Facebook.
On Facebook. It's at 4:00. So everybody, when you get
everybody sees Charlie Brooks has commented on here, go like and follow.
And they talk about a lot of stuff, tech stuff, political stuff,
good stuff.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. So check them out.
Good stuff.
Charlie and Charlie, or
it's the Good Time Charlie
Good Time
show.
Charlie. Yeah.
So again, you want to watch that, and they do that every day around 4:00 Eastern time here for us. So you want to go follow Charlie and like that. Now for this third one, we've talked about the first two, and I want to give a shout out here. David Sandler puts, David, we're glad that you're watching today, by the way, and thanks for commenting and putting your answers in the box to answering these questions. The first one was price. The second one was features. And David has put the answer to the third one. It is location.
Location.
You hear that all the time. Why do you look for in real estate? It's location, location, location.
I think we talked about this just a little bit the other day.
We did. And but we're going to expand on that.
Right.
Again, we see this happen so many times. We get calls a lot of times, and I'm just going to throw out some areas here. But we get calls all the time that says, I need a home in East Hamlin County. I need Whitesburg School District. I need Russellville School District.
Right.
I need this. I need that. And that's the location that I need for a home to be, because that's where I want to go. And just as Dave says, the home that will fit in their budget, that has the features that they want, it pops up on the west side of town. It shows up in Strawberry Plains. It shows up in Granger County. And the first thing that people do is they drop the location that they needed for it to have, that location, and they let all of that go down, and they forsake what they really needed.
Right.
So again, we're going back to answering the question, is this home a good deal? You are really, at the end of the day, the only person that can answer that question. Now, this is what we should do, or your realtor, whoever that may be. We should try to keep you grounded in this process.
Right.
They should be asking you when you are up front, why are you buying? Why are you moving? Why are you needing this? And you should be, before you ever look at houses, give them the answers to these questions. I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath because I have a growing family. I need this location. And so when you come back to us and say, oh, I want to go to Granger County and look at this house, it's 30 minutes from where you originally told us. Your realtor, being again a consultant to you, should look at you and say, now wait a minute.
Right.
Put a little sense to it here.
This goes back to the thing I say a lot of times in little videos we make on here. It's why it's very important, I think, that you need to get a realtor.
Yes.
And that's any realtor.
I'm
not saying if it's us.
We would love for you to choose us.
We would love it, yes.
But there's all kinds of good ones right here in the Lakeway area. There are several.
But that's why I'm saying it's very important that you get a realtor. It's going to be a relationship. There's communication there.
Absolutely.
But your realtor should be able to say, listen, James, you're really needing a 3-2 in Jefferson County.
Right.
We probably don't need to look in Greene County.
Right.
Now again, it's not our job to make your decision for you, but a lot of times, because even at this point where inventory is so low,
tight.
A lot of people start making some exceptions because hey,
they want to move worse than their needs.
They're me again. We're impulsive, and that thing pops up, and we're like, okay, I can get a 3-2 in Hawkins County, even though I need in Jefferson County.
Right.
So we might have to just settle right now and live there for a year or two.
Right.
That's where a good realtor would tell you, yes.
Rebecca's wrote that on here. Great comment, Rebecca. She puts in the comments, yes, I need East Hamlin County, but it seems like every home that comes up is in West Hamlin County. Laugh out loud. That is so true.
Right.
That happens to so many people. But again, you got to go back again and look at multiple things here. What does your family's need? Because again, it can be a good deal to me and not be a good deal to you because of the fit that it's going to have on you and your family family. And again, you've always got to be looking at, Dave looked at this and just said this, and it's great information. A lot of times people will say, well, this one out of the district or out of the area, or it doesn't have the bedrooms and baths that I want. I can live with it for a certain period of time.
Right.
And then I'll get out of it.
Right.
But you know what? Sometimes we've seen people make mistakes and the market take a turn one way or the other.
Right.
And that getting out of it's harder than you really thought that it was.
Yes.
So again, that's why if you're going to do it right the first time, be settled, and find what again can be the home for you. So that's the three. If you've just joined us, we're having today, I love to play this song, so I'm going to keep playing it again. We're having a contest today. All you have to do to participate in the contest is answer this question. The contest question is, how many sides did Elite Realty Group, our sponsor, Elite Realty Group, close in January of 2018? Write your answer in the comment box, and in just a few minutes, we're going to tell you the people or the person that's got closest to that answer, and they're winning a mystery prize here today. We've talked about the top three, looking at, is this home a good deal? Give them the fourth one before we take a commercial break.
Okay, so the fourth one I think is condition. And
condition meaning what?
Condition could mean several things, actually. It could mean the house is a good deal. You know, it might be a good deal, but it needs a roof.
Right.
A lot of times you do see this in these foreclosed or distressed properties where people can come in and say, it is a pretty good deal.
Right.
But is it a good deal for you because maybe you don't have the money? And again, a lot of people get this confused. Now, there are different types of loans, and I'm not going to go into all that, but a lot of times people just think, I can just go in and borrow an extra $40,000.
Right.
And a lot of times that can happen. A lot of times it can't happen. Yeah. And so you might not be able to get that extra money to go in and start doing a whole remodel job.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So it could be a good deal.
Right.
Is it a good deal for you?
For you. That's what you got to ask. Again, the condition of the house. Can you make the repairs that need to be made? Jason wrote on here a good thing. Take the worst house in the best location and make it yours. If you're not afraid of a little hard work, you can make anything happen. That is true, but there are so many people out there that can't make that hard work happen, whether that be finances to get it done or just the elbow grease to do it yourself.
Right.
So again, it may be a good deal for me because I can do it, or for Jason because he can do it, but it may not be a good deal for someone else that's on here watching that could do that work. So these are all.
I said it's very funny because it's kind of particular to the person.
Absolutely, absolutely. These are all great comments, great questions, great interaction that you are bringing to us today. So again, we've answered the question, told you some things that you need to look at for yourself individually to answer the question. The number one question we probably get of anything, is this home a good deal? Hopefully, we have brought the information to you today that assists you in answering that question.
We thank each and every one of you for listening to today's podcast. Tune in for future episodes by subscribing to our channel and get the latest and greatest real estate information right here on Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live, presented by Elite Realty Group. Until next time, have a great and blessed day.